Hello. Yes, I have a 12:30 interview. hmm Just through here. Thank you so much. Konnichiwa and good afternoon. Yes, I'm your 12:30. I can sit right here. Thanks so much. My resume, of course. Here you are. Might I just say you are even more gorgeous in person than you are over the phone. I'm sorry, that was horribly unprofessional. Won't happen again, I assure you. Yes, moving on. A bit about myself. I am a freelance photographer in my free time. I mainly do nature shots, but I have three or four models that always need new shots taken: headshots, body shots, nudes. But might I say, they all pale in comparison to you. I would love to capture you, just all of you. But that's inappropriate. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. Short term and long term career goals. Well, I'm not very familiar with anything short, but as far as the long term goes, I'd settle for a seat on your board in 3 or 4 years. Yes, a seat right beside you, optimally. I'm a very ambitious person, miss. You will find that out, I'm sure. Why did I choose this career? Well, for reasons just like this. Recently, it's starting to be headed by so many strong, gorgeous, independent women, and I think that's beautiful. Don't I have a problem working under a woman? I have never had a problem being under a woman in my life, ma'am, I assure you. Actually, if I'm being honest, I prefer it. It's just how I was raised, I suppose. Lots of female influence. Greatest strengths and weaknesses. No, my greatest strength. I'm very adaptable. Uh, I suppose I'm a switch in that way, aren't I? I can, if you tell me how to do the job, I will get the job done any way you like. Greatest weakness. I can be a bit much, if I'm being honest. I'm sure you've realized that by now. I am an acquired taste, and I do look forward to you acquiring a taste for me. Why should you hire me? Because, miss, I assure you, I would do anything to see those lips smile. Yes, and I do mean anything, miss. What did I like most about my last job? Well, my last job was basically my first, but I worked under a woman there as well, and she showed me the ropes, showed me how to please management, as it were, gave me all the experience I could ever possibly need. What did I like the least? If I'm being honest, miss, the weekends away from work. I do love my job. My last supervisor, as I just said, she was the demanding employer, but I was always up to the task, meeting her every demand and every desire. A situation which I had to collaborate with a difficult colleague. Well, everyone at the last job was relatively friendly. There was a point about 3 years in, there was this new hire. Had to show her the ropes, as it were. Really drill the day to day into her head, if you get what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, as always, I got the job done. Difficult problem and how I approached it. Well, there is always strict deadlines when it comes to certain projects. There was one at my last job where I had to get together me and 2 other colleagues, and after a very sweaty all-nighter at the office, we managed to just barely clutch in under the wire. But we left satisfied. A situation in which I needed to take initiative. Well, there was another of my colleagues at the other job that very reserved and a very shy girl. She was sweet, but she needed to communicate more clearly. So I scheduled a few appointments with her, wherein after work I would instruct her on how to clearly ask for what she wanted, what she needed. I'm pretty sure it was begging at some points. But all in all, another successful project. Is there anything that would prevent me from getting to work on time? I assure you, miss, I always come in. Don't read too much into that. Slip of the tongue, I assure you. But yes, I will always come in. When only depends on what would give you the most pleasure, for it is my pleasure to serve. How do I work under pressure? Better, really. As I stated previously, my last employer was demanding. Always throwing new things at me to figure out. Always asking me to do new and exciting things. And I always did. And she was always very satisfied with my performance. Yes. I do have a few questions for you. Firstly, are you okay? You seem to be turning a more brilliant shade of scarlet by the minute. You have since the beginning of the interview, in fact. Should I call someone for you, miss? No. Okay. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how would you describe a typical work week in this position? Hold on, let me take some notes, please. Go on. Okay. Okay. Sounds engaging. I do have a few more. How do you encourage employees to further their education? Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. How will I be evaluated? That's how they did it back at my last job too. Why did I leave? It actually wasn't my choice. Hold on. My last employer thought I needed to see the world, I suppose. No, my last job wasn't in this country, just the same career. Is that the word I'm looking for? Good enough. Can you tell me about the history of this position and any expected changes? What are the expectations of a person in this position? Okay. I can do that. I can definitely do that. What do you like about working in this company? Or running this company, I should say. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I do believe that's it for my questions. Thank you so much for having this interview with me today. I look forward to working under you. No, I meant under. I will also much look forward to your call. And on the bright side, if your company doesn't call me, that means I can call you. It's not unprofessional if I don't have the job yet, is it? Or do you want to hire me that badly? See, you've turned that gorgeous shade of scarlet again. Are you sure you're all right? I can call someone if you'd want me to. Or do you only need me? I can start tomorrow, if that would please you, miss. No? Okay. Thank you so much. I'd shake your hand, but I only now remember this country handled the pandemic less than optimally. So, firm nod, and I'll be waiting on your phone call. Yes, miss, that is me telling you to call me.